Ben Handler here. I bootstrapped Australia's largest buyer's agent business in my 20s, securing $3 billion in property value. I now run an 8-figure online education company, teaching people how to turn buying property into a career. I want to show you why 2024 is the most exciting year for people embarking on a buyer's agent career path in Australia right now. People are sleepwalking right past this opportunity, and my objective is to wake them up. I'm going to break down exactly why the general public has no idea why the buyer's agent sector is so opportunistic and why it's one of the most lucrative blue ocean career opportunities that is experiencing astronomical growth and is about to explode even further. I'm going to begin by rewinding the clock. In November 2008, the universe presented me with my biggest gifts. I was made redundant from my corporate career. It was a hard pill to swallow at the time, but in retrospect, it was one of the most pivotal turning points of my life. In 2009, I traveled to California with no intention of where my life would end up. I was at a Halloween party of all places, and it was there where I was introduced to the concept of a buyer's agent. Up until that point, I'd never heard of a buyer's agent. If you are unaware of what a buyer's agent is or does, you're not alone. It is a licensed real estate industry professional who works for and on behalf of a buyer to source, research, project manage due diligence, and negotiate a property purchase. In the United States, approximately 89% of people use a buyer's agent. It has been estimated that approximately only 3 to 5% of transactions in Australia involve a buyer's agent. When I tell you this industry is opportunistic, this is one of the fundamental reasons. I was baffled why sellers in the USA paid both the real estate agent and the buyer's agent. For example, if there was a 5% commission paid in the United States for the sale of a home and there was a buyer's agent involved, the seller would pay 2.5% to the real estate agent and 2.5% to the buyer's agent. The buyer has free representation in the USA. It made no sense to me that the buyer's agent was getting remunerated from the seller's back pocket. It made me think, whose best interest does the buyer's agent really have? I flew back to Australia right away. I carried out some research and discovered there was a burning problem regarding buyer representation for buying property. The buyer was heavily neglected, and I was so determined to solve this problem. You would need to wear glasses when I told you my vision. If you want context regarding the problem I uncovered, there were like 50,000 real estate agents and approximately 11 buyer's agents at the time I carried out my research. All the buyers in Australia were up against real estate agents with no independent representation, and buyers seemed to think that real estate agents were working for them, which in fact, they were legally obligated to get their vendor the highest price and also the best overall outcome regarding the term sheet of the deal. It was insane. I was shocked. However, this is how my first business was created. I discovered a problem and I was so committed to solving it, you would have to run me over for it to not have worked. I asked 5 real estate agents regarding the buyer's agent concept in Australia playing out. For example, what was their opinion on charging the buyer a fee to buy a property for them, a retainer upfront, and then the rest of the money on exchange? They all, in a roundabout way, said I would fail. My own dad also would fail. I don't blame them. I had the vision, they didn't. Fast forward, I co-founded a buyer's agent business called Cohen Handler in 2009. We blew up the largest buyer's agent sector in Australia and purchased primarily residential property for our clients who are looking for family homes, but for also investment properties. We even opened up an office in California. We had clients looking to spend up to $50 million on a house and as low as $350,000 on a property for investment purposes. We crushed it and were instrumental regarding changing behavior and tradition in Australia regarding how property was purchased. I exited my company in 2018. I was still baffled at how small the buyer's agent industry was, how big the opportunity was for people looking to become buyer's agents. It was insane that people were still asleep at the wheel. I was so grateful regarding what a founder life had provided for me after I jumped out of the corporate grind. I wanted to give back at a deep level and show people how they can build a lifestyle by design by becoming a buyer's agent. As a result, I founded an online education company called the Buyer's Agent Institute, where I teach people how to turn buying property into a career. career. Given there is no clear data reference points on how many buyer's agents there are in Australia and how many transactions buyer's agents are doing, it makes it really tricky to get visibility regarding what is precisely going on. However, what it really does is provide an enormous opportunity for people who want to become buyer's agents and turn buying property into a career. This is because the number of buyer's agents versus real estate agents is totally out of proportion. And the number of transactions that are with and without a buyer's agent are totally out of proportion. This is the hidden opportunity that people are slowly working out. LinkedIn released a paper that identified the 25 most in-demand jobs on the rise in 2024. Buyer's agent for the first time made the list and secured number 6. The demand for buyer's agents and the demand for work opportunities is changing drastically. There are 4 main reasons why I believe 2024 is the biggest opportunity for people who want to become buyer's agents. This is important, so listen up. Consumer awareness in January 2020 was a massive turning point for buyer's agents sector in Australia. COVID arrived and buyers were unable to travel to buy properties, so they were somewhat forced to engage buyer's agents to help inspect properties and get deals done. Consumer awareness towards buyer's agents changed significantly, and this, in my opinion, was a major turning point for the buyer's agent sector. I personally have never seen consumer awareness change so much towards buyer's agents since COVID 2020. Keeping in mind, I started my buyer's agent business back in 2010. Due to this shift in consumer awareness, buyer's agents are on the rise, so it has been accelerating from here. We train and coach the most amount of buyer's agents in Australia, so I've experienced the shift firsthand. The consumer market had to shift, and boy did COVID put a rocket up there. Number 2, low brand/people recognition and credibility. I think this presents one of the most exciting opportunities for people looking to set up their own business, and is a fundamental reason why so many buyer's agents who enter this sector can dominate so quickly. People think I'm a unique guru as to why some of my members absolutely crush it. For example, some of them in a short period of time have been awarded Buyer's Agent of the Year and Buyer's Agency of the Year, and been recognized as one of the fastest growing tech companies in Australia. Well, I've got the humility to tell people that there is a macro wave to ride, and it's greater than me. Allow me to explain. On the sell side for real estate agents, there is a deep recognition for brands and individual people across Australia. There are brands like LJ Hooker, for example, that have been around since the 1920s. That's 90 plus years ago. And there are real estate agents that are very well known to the open market, as they've been selling homes and knocking on doors for 30 plus years in some cases. So what this means is the following. If I wanted to become a real estate agent tomorrow, I would be up against extreme brand and personal recognition and credibility, and my ability to hit the ground running would be very hard. The reason why this is so exciting for buyer's agents to get going, and why so many are doing so well, is because there is no deep recognition of buyer's agent brands or individual buyer's agent recognition. This to me is so incredibly opportunistic that there is not a day that passes that I don't think of this. I've been watching this play out for 5 years since starting the Buyer's Agent Institute. Number 3, low competition. Whilst there is no clear data point of reference, we approximate there's less than 2,800 operational buyer's agents compared to approximately 58,000 real estate agents. There is a huge gap here, which outlines the significant disparity between the number of buyer's agents and real estate agents. The gap is massive. In Australia, property buyers typically do their own research, sourcing and due diligence, and only engage a buyer's agent in approximately 3 to 5% of transactions. The low level of buyer's agent competition in the marketplace presents a unique opportunity for buyer's agents to capitalize on low competition saturation. Number 4, market resilience. When interest rates started to climb in 2022, I thought buyer's agents were going to be in for an interesting ride. I really did. I was more negative than positive, truth be told. Rates hiked 13 times over a 2-year period, 8 times in 2022 and 5 times in 2023. What I can say is that some buyer's agents are the busiest they have ever been in their entire career right now, while rates are at their peak. especially investment-focused buyer's agents who are purchasing sub 600K for clients. I get phone calls regularly from buyer's agents who are struggling to keep up with client demand. They are increasingly overwhelmed and are finding it challenging to buy property due to limited supply because so many people are buying property. The media won't tell you this. This is the reality. The intense rate hike demonstrates a robust level of resilience for the buyer's agent sector, despite macroeconomic conditions changing, which further reinforced to me the exciting opportunity of becoming a buyer's agent. You can only imagine what is going to happen to the buyer's agent sector when rates start to climb down. It's going to rally like something I've never seen before. This may come as a total shock to you. There is an interesting pattern that I've identified across our top performing students at the Buyer's Agent Institute. Many of them had never worked in sales, run a business, or worked in a real estate agency prior to becoming a buyer's agent. Well, that was me also. So I wasn't shocked to see this pattern. When I started my first buyer's agent business, I'd never worked in sales, ran a business, or worked as a buyer's agent or real estate agent. What I did have was a blinding vision to change the playing field between the numbers of buyer representation and seller representation. And I had a deep commitment to change my life by getting out of the corporate 9-to-5 employment system. The buyer's agent sector provides incredible career opportunities for all walks of life. We actually have a large amount of IT professionals in the Buyer's Agent Institute who have went on to become rockstar buyer's agents. In summary, due to the 4 main reasons of increased consumer awareness, low brand people recognition and credibility, low competition and market resilience, I strongly believe 2024 is the most exciting year for people embarking on a buyer's agent career path in Australia right now. If you like my content and want to hear more of my insights around high performance, building businesses, and building an incredible life plus more, hit the subscribe button and feel free to drop a comment below. It's time to get this party started.